Test, test, test. Test, test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Test, 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 test. Check 1 2, check 1 2.
What's that, buddy? Check, check, check. Hello, 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 hello. Check, check, check. The Canton Bulldogs in a first ever matchup of these two teams in lacrosse. Thanks again for joining us here worldwide on the Nantucket Sports Connection on the Tube and locally here on Channel 1072 on NCTV. I am Chris Morris, your voice of Whaler Sports, alongside DC Collins, and we will in at 11-2 on the season, and once again we have chatter about a state title run right here on the Rock, as Nantucket is ranked number 2 in the latest Division 4 rankings that came out earlier on Friday after they took care of business Sandwich on Thursday evening, a 10-2 victory over the Blue Knights. Canton Bulldogs are 9-5 on the season, ranked number 12 in the Division 2 power rankings. So first ever meeting between these two teams, and both are headed to the postseason tournament. But I want to get into a game preview here. Before we do that, I do want to take a moment and thank our founding underwriter for the sports on the NSC and NCTV, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have made the children of Nantucket a priority of their philanthropic efforts and have continued those efforts through their support of our live broadcasts of Whalers Athletics. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Whalers Athletics.
Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as the pregame festivities continue here, as the Canton Bulldogs are paying their first ever visit to a grassy Vito Capizzo Stadium. We'll see how long that lasts, but another conversation for another day. The Whalers added win number 11 on the season right here on Thursday night as they defeated Sandwich 10-2, as we said, sweeping that season series with the Blue Knights in the process. Slower start for the Whalers as the score was tied after the first quarter at 1, but Nantucket dominated the possessions throughout the game and started finding the net, and defense ultimately clamped down and allowed just one more goal, and that was a miracle goal, a Gilman-type pass that was deflected and then hit the ground and took a left turn at Albuquerque into the net somehow by a dive. And spectacular. They have allowed certainly a league low, and we'll get into how that ranks later on in our pregame here in the entire state, because it is one of the best. Nola Moskop and Aaron Hanlon continue to rack up points as the senior duo combined for 7 goals and 6 assists. Jake Grant also had himself a game. He had one of his best offensive outputs. He had 2 goals and 2 assists, and he is tied for the team lead with Aaron Hanlon in helpers with 20. But honestly, this team is just a defensive-minded team, and they pride themselves in their defensive prowess. They've allowed just 46 goals in 13 games and have scored 149. That is quick math. 3 in goal differential. That is in the top 5 in boys lacrosse in the state of Massachusetts on any division. Does not matter. Shawsheen has the most lopsided goal differential, and they're in Division 1. It is something ridiculous in the 200 to 30 range. But other than that, the Whalers come in a very, very highly touted defensive mind, and it all starts in net with Jeremy Jenkinson. He is having himself another fantastic season. He eclipsed the 100 save mark against Sandwich and will anchor the Whalers as they have relied on his great play to a state title run in 2024, and certainly have put this program amongst the elite in Division IV in the past few years. For head coach Sam Aloisi, he's now in his 13th year and looking to make another run with this special group of seniors, 13 in total, most of which were certainly parts of that title team, integral parts even, especially Aaron Hanlon and Nolan Moscrop and Jenkinson boys. I mean, this team has seen the top of the top and risen to the occasion. So they are looking to make another run here as we continue into May Madness. Forget March Madness. May Madness is a lot more exciting. But first, they got to bring it here. The final push. This Canton team is very tough, physical, highly ranked in Division II. They got a Nauset matchup. Shrewsbury coming up there in the top 10 in Division II. Pembroke, another playoff-bound team in Division III. So plenty of work to do. It starts right here again with another matchup, another non-conference matchup with a very good Bulldog team here. They play out of the Hockmock League. They are in the Davenport division, so they hang out with Foxborough, an undefeated Mansfield team, Milford, King Philip. So to say this team will be battle-tested, that is an understatement for sure. The Bulldogs do come in on a bit of a losing streak. They lost 3 in a row to, again, some of those tougher teams, including 11-10 loss to Davenport rival Foxborough. But they did win the Grit Cup, so that's a little poster on there. Congratulations for sure for head coach Tom Galvin. Good offense, high-powered offense, and a legit goalie. And Jack Levis chatted with his dad. He's hanging out with us up here in the booth. We'll be taking some great pictures. On the offensive side of things, Cullen O'Brien, Cam Conley, Braden Dickey, they all lead the Dogs offensively. And in their last win over North Attleboro, Dickey and Conley each had 4 goals. So the Whalers will have their hands full on the defensive side of things. As you can see, we are ready to go here as the Whalers taking on the Bulldogs. We're underway here from Vito Capizzo Stadium, and a quick draw control win for the Bulldogs. As Tiernan Ritson, number 19, makes quick work of the ball, and long pole on offense as Kaiden Whitfield stays on the defensive side of things. Nolan Harney, number 22, gets it going. That's Cullen O'Brien there, number 17. Skip pass up to the top as they work it around the perimeter. Brody Baldiga right here, taking on Soren Edwards. Edwards, good help. Quick inside shot, save made by Jenkinson. And he'll pick it up as it looked like the Bulldogs almost thought that was a score. But Jenkinson with a big save right off the bat. And he'll go deep on the clear. Caught on the run by Grant. Sprints into the offensive end. Whalers in transition. They'll hold it up here and get the offensive unit set up. Here's Stringer. 10:35 left in the first quarter here. Just underway here. First possession for the Whalers on a gray, cloudy day, but the rain came and went. It's actually pretty nice to play athletics outside as we got a busy day here on the Rock. Tip pass. Moscrop hangs on to it. Good job by Nolan to stick with it. Good play with the long pole there by number 7, senior Jake Marcel. Errant pass, quickly gobbled back up. Here's Miller. Loses his footing momentarily and now has an advantage. Pass through and will hold up on the grass as Grant scoops it. And now sprints ahead. He'll get behind the net and send it over. Good long possession for the Whalers here to begin the game. Hanlon whips it. Moskrop makes a move. Quick inside, low shot, save made by Levis. Nice job, got the stick on it. So 2 good saves by the goalies here right away as they get tested. There's Moskrop. Good pocket pass by the Bulldogs to get one right in front of Jenkinson, but Jenkinson was up to the task. Levis did the same with a nice low shot from that left side. Good motion by the Whalers. Here's Stringer as they get something set up. Miller's pulling through. Tip pass. And the Bulldogs are on the run here. That's senior Oysen Brogan. And a low pass off the stick of the Bulldogs, number 25. That was Cam Conley. Getting a little skip off the ground there. And another long clear, intercepted at midfield, but Hanlon will get to it. Whalers in transition. Quick move, Stringer open here on the skip. He recovers. Nice job by number 6 to one-handed off the grass here. There's a tough pass. Again, Canton. Good job by number 6 to flip it back to the goalie. That's Nick Crow, senior. Let's see if they can get a clear here. Still no score, 7:55 to play. Whalers had a long possession go empty. Nearly a hold there. Pass in front, shot, score. Wide open, number 16, sophomore Donovan Jeanette. And he opens up the scoring here as the Whalers were caught in transition. I did talk to Coach Anthony Chironzi, and he said transition was their game, so the Whalers looked at that and saw that. Just good execution by the Bulldogs to take a 1-0 lead with 7:47 to play here in the first quarter. Let's see if Whitfield can grind in here a little bit better. Tiernan Ritson with another draw control here. Hounding defense by Canton Jenkinson behind the net. Good move by Cullen O'Brien. And back up top, it goes to Tim O'Mara, number 11. Skip pass inside, shot blocked. Clean block there by Yates. As you can hear, the pads and sticks hitting Paxton Fitch. Fitch gets the call. Whitfield to put it in. And that pass goes over the head of Canton Jenkinson. A quick turnover by Kaiden Whitfield. And the Whalers give it right back with 6:57 to go. Again, Bulldogs up 1-0 here in the first quarter. Soren Edwards defending, gives it up to Yates. Nolan Harney, number 22, gives it up to Baldiga. Baldiga looking to go one-on-one on Hanlon. Double teamed. Good job by Soren Edwards. Baldiga loses it. Able to flip it, however. Skip pass. Hanlon denies advance. Yates gets a little advantage, and that pass goes through. Another turnover on the Bulldogs. Whalers will take it over here with 6:08 to play, down 1-0. Whitfield looks to go along the sidelines, evades one, and gets it over to midfield. Mooney spins through one, evades another, gets hit from behind and loses it. So a couple of turnovers here, and the Whalers are trying to get back here in transition. Quick pass, little give and go, shot blocked. And Jenkinson is back there to win the possession. Good job by Yates on defense to deny the give and go. Good look, though, by the Bulldogs. Approaching 5 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Here's Jenkinson advancing. He'll whip it. That looked like it was deflected. And the Whalers retain possession. Good hustle. Whalers looking to tie it up here. They've had a couple of possessions go empty. And a couple of turnovers. Here's Moskrop. Hanlon will come in as Gavin Smith sprints off. And he holds it here, number 4. Swings it, Mooney, Stringer, Grant, and now Moskrop. Again, Whalers playing a little perimeter game here. Here's Mooney. Fakes it, gets it to Moskrop. Pass inside, quick shot by Stringer, just wide. Hanlon tries to bounce one in there. That one goes over the net. His first shot attempt with 4:38 to play here in the first. Grant coming off a 2-goal, 4-point game, but he loses it. Hanlon scoops it up quickly. Nice recovery. Or Marco Lucchuzia, excuse me. Good help by the senior. No, that was Hanlon. Yeah. Hanlon gives it up. Here's Lucchuzia. He makes a move, fakes it. Here's Moskrop with space, and he knows exactly what to do with it. Nolan Moskrop picks up the goal. Great pass from Lucchuzia. Drew the defender in. Quick little hit, and a quick shot. Gets it by Levis for the first score for the Whalers to tie it up at 1 with 3:55 to go in the first. Good execution by the Whalers on that goal. Nifty move by Lucchuzia to evade the defender and sets up Moskrop for the tying goal here as they move the face-off off the X here to find some somewhat level ground on the mid-stripe. Whitfield grinds in. Sitting on top of it, flips it behind, and it'll be Bulldog ball. No, it'll be a grind here in the X for sure. Again, quickly in transition, shot, save made by Jenkinson. That was an over the OTS by Cam Conley. Jenkinson in good position, good shot right down on his legs there. And the Whalers quickly get the clear and set up the offense. Here's Miller, who gives it up to Stringer, and finally Hanlon on the set. Stringer hounded by Conley. Hanlon looking to do one-on-one work. He gets some space, hands free, shot, scores! Aaron Hanlon with a perfectly placed shot, and the Whalers have scored twice here in less than a couple of minutes. 3:02 left here in the first quarter, and the Whalers with their first lead, 2-1 off the Hanlon goal. That is his 40th goal scored on the season. Point number 55 for the Whalers' leading scorer and senior captain, Aaron Hanlon. He will be playing at the next level coming up in the fall. And Kyden Whitfield went a little early, tried to anticipate, and he knew it. So another draw control win for the Dogs, as they have a long pole that Oysen Brogan at the top of the zone. He controls it here and will now head off. O'Mara finishes off the zone. Good, clean hit by Yates, and down goes the stick. Ball loose. Out of bounds to the Whalers. Smart play by Whitfield there to let it go out of bounds, and it'll be Ben Yates, to put it in. They're twins, so I should probably get that right. Here's Mooney. He'll sprint it over midfield and gain the zone easily in transition. Hanlon with a good shot. Levis up to the task, got a piece of it. 2:21 to play here in the first. Moscrop puts it in. Inside Lechuza, back outside. Little one-on-one game by Mooney. He's got some space, battles through a couple of guys, still has it. Oh, nearly a backhanded shot. Andrick Mooney showing some things. Some power and stick control. Grant maneuvering. Good defense by number 6 there, Nick Crow. As we are under 2 minutes to play here, 2-1, Whalers with a slim lead. Here's Tyler Miller. Gives it up, shot. Oh, just wide by Hanlon. Great play. Little spoon again. It was draw the defense in, get Hanlon's hands free. He knows what to do with it. Just missed the net on that one. Still 1:30 left here in the first quarter. Grant back up. And here's Mooney once again. He fires a nice no shot, and Mooney scores from deep. Andrick Mooney taking things into his own hands. And Hanlon picks up a helper. And the score swells to 3-1 here with 1:24 to play in the first quarter. Whalers were down 1-0. They've railed off 3 in a row. Hanlon, Moscrop, and Andrick Mooney, the latest Whaler to find the net. He had a couple of chances on that offensive possession, took advantage of the deep shot, getting bounced in front of Levis, and just never know where it's going to go. Edwards getting his longer stick in there, pokes it away, and scoops it. He gets it knocked away as it continues along the sideline, and, yeah, Bulldog ball. Edwards got the last little touch on it. And Canton will try and get something on offense here. They've been stymied after that first goal, as the physicality of the Whalers defense has forced a couple of turnovers and some errant shots. Good spin. Finally getting a shot off. Easy save after battling through some defenders. Nolan Harney wasn't able to get much on the shot. Good hounding by Canton on transition here, but here's Hanlon. He'll find some space along the far sideline and will gain the zone. 29 seconds for the Whalers to operate. Let's see if they can get another shot off here before the buzzer. Stringer, finally Miller, 20 seconds left. Stringer, low shot, blocked, and gobbled all the way back out to midfield. It will be Nantucket ball with 12 seconds to play. Miller. 5 seconds to go. Here's Noah Moscrop, pass in front. Shot! Oh, just wide as the buzzer. Oh, .1. There you go. As the buzzer goes off. We're going to go ahead and keep it here in between quarters. 3-1 is our score. The Whalers down. But the Whalers battle back from a 1-0 deficit to score 3. But well played. A couple of turnovers on both sides. Both goalies showed out in that first quarter, which is what we expect. Junior netminder Jack Levis up with a couple of great saves. Jeremy Jenkinson got one first moments of the game right in front. And again, the Whalers able to score 3 in a row to take a 3-1 lead as we get into the second quarter of play. Again, Canton playing out of that Hockmock, very competitive league. They won the Gritty Cup, overcoming Milton in that championship game, so another big win for them, and they are headed to the playoffs as they are entrenched in that top 16 I believe they're number 11 in Division II. Whalers come in. They bumped up one notch. They were number 3 on Tuesday. They bumped up to 2 in Division IV and have a pretty solid lead over number 3 now, which honestly, I talked to Coach Aloisi, and he said 2 is perfect. 2 is a perfect spot. We can just hang in 2. Even 3 is not bad, but 2-3, then you avoid Cohasset until the end. It sets up a 1-2 matchup. And, again, if you could script it, that's kind of what you want to script it to. But that's a long way out. We got a lot of lacrosse to play before that. We got a lot of tough matchups. Nauset, Shrewsbury still here at home. Pembroke here at home. So lots of lacrosse to be played. And then, of course, you get into the playoffs here, and anything can happen. Got to bring it. May Madness is upon us as we get ready for the second quarter of action here. Again, Whalers up 3-1. Whitfield trying to grind in, loses another one. That's just good work by Tiernan Ritson. Ball down, funky bounce, kicked, and out of bounds off the Bulldogs. That's going to be Whaler ball. So Canton Jenkinson doing some work with his long pole there and forces a turnover. Quick pass to Whitfield at midfield. He's got Stringer. And the Whalers are on the move here in the offensive end. Stringer makes a move past one defender. Spins it back. And we'll get the setup here as Andrick Mooney concludes the offensive unit. Single tallies by Hanlon, Mooney, and Moskrop. Here's Moskrop with some action behind the net. Quick grab by Jake Grant. Swinging it near side here to Hanlon. Mooney with a good spin. Winds it up and sets it just high of the mark. Grant quickly there to scoop it and put it back in play. Here's Hanlon. Whalers with good ball movement here early on. Stringer looking to make something one-on-one. Good ride. And denied there by junior Kyle Kane, number 23. Here's Moskrop. And the Whalers will move it around here. Moskrop scoops around one. Low shot. Finds the side of the net. Lachuza with a good play there to deny the full transition. Pass to midfield. Nice catch off the turf there by number 22, Nolan Harney. He's double teamed, however, and draws loose. Whalers got numbers if they want them. Stringer. Actually, Moskrop, excuse me. He'll jog over to the other side as Jake Grant surveys the offense. He looks to make a one-on-one move, loses it. Scooped up by Hanlon. And he gets a little poke to the face. No harm done. Miller with space. A little hey, how you doing by Casey McDonald on Noah Stringer up top, but no harm done again. Here's Miller. They're giving him some space. He can wind up and let it fly. Here's Noah Stringer with a one-on-one move. Good play to Hanlon. Oh, he is disappointed he missed that one. He had a perfect opportunity. Hands free, lots of space. Stringer with a good pass inside. Just missed the net. 9:05 to play here in the second. Stringer with another low shot that whizzes by Levis. Clock stops with 9 minutes to play. All the way up top to Tyler Miller. Defended by the taller Nolan Harney. There's Moskrop. Shuffle of the feet by Nick Crow. Here's Hanlon. Rips it, scores! Top shelf, are you kidding me? And he lets him know that he has got himself a laser of a shot, Aaron Hanlon, from Nolan Moskrop, and the Whalers extend the lead to 4-1. That is just an absolute laser. A little chitter-chatter between the boys here. Probably finding out where they're going to have pizza next. Kyden Whitfield back in on the X. Tiernan Ritson's got the better of him so far here. We'll see if he can grind in and get one here. And Ritson again with a good scoop out of there and looking to get things going in transition. Ball down once again. And timeout called by the Bulldogs. We'll take this timeout here as the Whalers have extended it to a 4-1 lead. 8:30 to play here in the second quarter of a very competitive, gritty game here as we anticipated. Whalers up 4-1. We'll be back here with more action on the NCTV and NSC. Thank you.
Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit myricklaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Getting back to live action. Want to welcome you back to live action. Quarter number 2 underway, and a quick goal scored by the Bulldogs. Great pass in front. And the Bulldogs make it a 4-2 game right off the bat. Out of the timeout, so good job by Coach Tom Galvin to settle his troops. And number 22, Nolan Harney, finds the net in front of Jenkinson. Again, good close proximity passing inside that crease, and pretty easy shot there as they caught Jenkinson turning his head. Bulldogs got away with a hold there, but that's the human element. Little pass back. And now the Bulldogs in transition and ran out of time. So turnover with 7:48 to play here in the second quarter. 4-2 the game, the score. I apologize to the Levis family. I've been saying it wrong here for the first couple quarters. Got called out by John, who's sitting next to us up here. I even set it up. I told him I was going to do it, but here's Mooney. Physical. Backs it out. Hangs on to it. Here's a pass over to Stringer. It's been a lot of one-on-one isolation moves here by the Whalers. They have found something here with Mooney and Hanlon. Behind the net, it's Lechuza. Approaching 7 minutes to play here in the first half. Nice catch by Grant. 4-2 Whalers with the 2-goal lead and possession. Mooney gets it to Hanlon. Oh, nearly a behind the back spinner from Hanlon, just wide of the net as the ball was bouncing in front of Levis. Just missed that highlight reel goal. Stringer puts it in play here as we are under 7 minutes to play in the first. Spin move. Draws a couple of defenders, flips it over to Hanlon. Grant in front. Oh, just missed it. Good setup there as Jake Grant was in his spot, just over the stick. And Levis quickly gives it up. Bulldogs lose it. So turnovers have plagued Canton here in the first half. Otherwise, this would be potentially a Bulldog lead. And another errant pass. That one will go out of bounds. So another quick turnover by the Whalers. So both teams with some sloppy play here in the first half. Approaching 6 minutes to play as Brandon Morris, no relation, tries to get it going here. And again, Nolan Harney through a couple of defenders. Yates jars it loose. And the Bulldogs get it set up here. And they run a nice offensive unit. They look to find holes in the crease. Whalers doing a good job so far communicating. Again, a little give and go. Nice job from behind there. Fitch able to get a stick on the potential shot. And here's Hanlon, who just outraces the defender. Shot, ooh, just wide as Jake Grant looking for that near side post. Moskrop quickly puts it in. Grant gets it behind the net. Here's Miller at the top. Grant. Lachuza. Mooney. Good move. Great job by Levis with the net denial. Good quick shot by Mooney and off the stick. And another turnover by the Bulldogs. Mooney evades one. Shot, score! Mooney to Grant, and Jake Grant continues his scoring as he finds the net. And the Whalers extend the lead back to a 3-goal advantage at 5-2. Andrick Mooney picks up the assist with 4:46 to play. And the Bulldogs have had some trouble getting clears. Once they're in across the midfield stripe, they've been advancing and in transition quickly, but the Whalers have done a good job denying a couple of clears. As the boys get in on the X, Whitfield grinds in. Well, once again, the Bulldogs gain a draw control here. Tipped away Soren Edwards with some stick thievery. And timeout called by Coach Aloisi. We'll take another timeout here on the NSC and NCTV as we've gone about 2/3 of the way through the second quarter. Whalers with a 5-2 lead, 4:30 to play here in the second quarter. Well, come on back. We got a great one here at Vito Capizzo Stadium.
Sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
possession coming out of the timeout here with 4:30 to play here in the second quarter. They also have a 5-2 lead as Hanlon rushes through a couple of players. They missed a call there. That's an offsides on the Whalers, but that evens it up for the hold. I don't think the coaching staff of the Bulldogs appreciate that, but Whalers keep possession here. Let's see if the butterfly effect of a missed call cost the Bulldogs a score. Whalers working it around here, trying to find an advantage. Grant back up top to Andrick Mooney. Do a switch with Moskrop. Moskrop fires. Save made. Wow, that might have been blocked in front as well. But it got to Levis, and he was able to thwart it, sending it out of bounds. A rocket from Moskrop. Stringer gives it up to Lechuza. Moskrop. Oh, off the stick of Stringer. Good job by Noah Stringer. Good use of the body, evading Tyler Kane and coming up with a quick scoop. Here's Lechuza. Back over to Hanlon. Approaching 3 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Whalers are going to add to a 5-2 lead. Hanlon, hands free. Good save. Levis with a piece. He has played very well in net. It could be a much more lopsided score. Gets it back. That pass was tipped and scooped up by Canton Jenkinson. Mooney swings it to Hanlon. Hands free. Boom! Aaron Hanlon with a rocket. Mooney picks up another helper. And the Whalers have their largest lead of the afternoon at 6-2 with 2:26 to play. The Whalers working some transition as well. Bulldogs were definitely touted as a very, very good transition team, but they have let up a couple of goals here in transition. As Canton Jenkinson scooped it quickly, got it to Mooney, and Mooney found Hanlon with plenty of space. Ooh, that could have been called, but. And that goes off the stick and out of bounds, so the Bulldogs turn it over once again. Again, Coach Galvin letting the Stripes have a look. So the Whalers were early on the release, and it'll be Bulldog ball here despite the forced turnover. Colin O'Brien gets it over to Nolan Harney, who's got one of the goals here for the Bulldogs. Looking to go one-on-one, evades. Good help defense there by Yates, but draws a flag as he got the stick up into the face. So let's see if the Bulldogs can take advantage here. Do a little 2-for-1 with 1:30 left in this first half. Pass in front. Denied. Nice defense by Canton Jenkinson. And it'll be a penalty upcoming on the Whalers as Nick Yates will sit for. It'll be a penalty upcoming on the Whalers as Nick Yates will sit for a minute. They call him for a cross check. So Mooney will come in for Aaron Hanlon on the defensive side of things as the Whalers will be down a player. Yates just got a little too aggressive with that stick to the face. So let's see if the Whalers PK can come up with a big stop here. They had 9 penalties against Sandwich, and didn't allow a goal, but that's way too many penalties. Here's a low shot, whizzes wide, and the Whalers are back there quickly. Jenkinson out of net to gain the possession, so now a little keep away here for the Whalers as they can try and use up some of this penalty time. Again, Jeremy in no rush to do anything without any pressure on the goalie. He goes deep, and a penalty flag down. Also a Bulldog slow to get up. That's number 25, Cam Conley. Canton Jenkinson with a silly play with unnecessary roughness. So he will now sit for a minute. And the Whalers are now down 2 players for another 38 seconds. And they'll be down a lone player for pretty much the rest of the first half. Here's a shot, score. Just like that. The Bulldogs take advantage as number 25, Cam Conley, rings it up to make it a 6-3 game. That releases Ben Yates, but it'll still be another. Oh, no. Both players out of the box, apparently, on the goal scored. So 58 seconds to play. Whalers had 2 guys in the penalty box. Both come back onto the field. On the goal scored by Cam Conley. And both players went early, what they call it, on Tierson. Hanlon quickly into the offensive end. He's already got 2 goals and an assist. Here's Stringer. .35 seconds left here in the first half. Whalers with a 3-goal lead. Stringer, low shot, hits the post. Lachuza, the first to get there, scoops it. And they give him the timeout as he was right on the sideline. Could have gone either way, but the Whalers get the call for the timeout with 25 seconds to play. We'll keep it here for the remainder of this half as the Whalers got some time here to work a play, but it's going to have to be in a hurry because they just have 25 seconds left here in the first half. 6-3 our score. 3 goals by Aaron Hanlon, a single tally from Moscrop, Mooney, and Jake Grant. Mooney's also got a couple of assists. Hanlon with an assist as well. But Jack Levis has stood tall in net for the Bulldogs. Otherwise, this could be a much more lopsided score. Bulldogs have been pretty efficient with their shots. I think they only have 4 extra shots on goal. And 3 goals, single tallies early on. Donovan Jeanette able to score. Nolan Harney, the last goal scorer, the senior. Oh, no, excuse me. Harney next to score. Cam Conley, the other senior, able to find the net on the 2-man up advantage. As the Whalers had back-to-back penalties, and the Bulldogs made quick work of it. So it'll be Noah Stringer to put it in here for the Whalers. Again, just 25 seconds on the game clock. And Stringer not really in a hurry somehow. Stringer keeps it, got space now. Saved by Levis, who got down and got it. Transition with 8 seconds to go. Couple of players go down. 5 seconds to go in the first half. And they'll reset that. Nick Crow, the senior defender, will try and put it in here. He heaves it towards the net. Tip pass, and whistle sounds, but that should do it for the first half. We'll take a break here. Great competitive lacrosse game, just as we expected. 6-3, the Whalers with the lead. We'll be back with the second half here from Vito Capizzo Stadium. Whalers over the Bulldogs at the half, 6-3.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by MIAA, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MIAALaw.com to learn how MIAA can assist you with your legal needs. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
We have been able to capture so much incredible athletic history. It feels like we've been a part of it as much as the kids have been.
A lot of people have prior obligations, maybe they can't make the event, and they still get to watch it and watch a great broadcast, see their kid playing.
It's nice for the parents, grandparents, and family that can't come or are not on the island to be able to see it, even if they can't attend in person. So I think that meant a lot to them.
The technology that we need is, it's not cheap. There are certain costs that go into this to make this happen. My hope for the broadcast is to just build the crew numbers, get more students involved, maybe add a few more cameras here and there, but, ultimately, we're here to grow. The more hands on deck, the better this can be, and ultimately that just comes back to the Nantucket community.
I am a force to be reckoned with. You do not know who you messing with. Taking over for the hell of it. Make it stop me when I'm in my element.
The Nantucket Sports Connection was born in this gymnasium. It has absolutely exploded. Multi-camera, multi-broadcasters, a trip to Fenway.
It's giving players an opportunity to look back at film. It's giving coaches an opportunity to critique their players.
When NCTV got involved, we were able to offer free classes. It's something that they can actually evolve and get professional experience.
When I realized they were doing like a commentating class, I was like, I gotta sign up for this. If I would have told myself right now, I'm gonna go into college for sports broadcast, I would have been like, no, you're not. But now I'm really passionate about it and I'd love to pursue it.
It doesn't even feel like I'm volunteering, it just feels like I'm playing along. It's really fun.
I definitely recommend it to anybody who's interested in sports broadcasting.
It's multifaceted what we're able to give back to our community, because as we know, we bleed Whaler blue here on Nantucket.
From the ice to the phone. They know I'm back to the bone. Yes, sir! From the ice to the phone. They know I'm back to the bone. Yes, sir!
He's got it! Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Howard!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
Boston Pops.
Who are you for Halloween?
We're in a tough situation, but you guys battled back.
Back to pass Lombardi's got a man in the end zone. Caught, touchdown! Shot, it rolls in, it's good.
You got a tie ball game.
It's ahead. Gets it.
Voting is open. Thank you very much.
My mark, hit my mark, hit your mark.
We're so glad that you were involved and you enjoyed the films.
I get to put this out into the community today, and I was really excited about that.
Thank you all for coming tonight.
We're just getting started.
I am a force to be reckoned with. You do not know who you messing with. Taking over for the hell of it. They can stop me when I'm in my element.
The Nantucket Sports Connection was born in this gymnasium. It has absolutely exploded. Multi-camera, multi-broadcasters, a trip to Fenway.
It's giving players an opportunity to look back at film. It's giving coaches an opportunity to critique their players.
When NCTV got involved, we were able to offer free classes. It's something that they can actually evolve and get professional experience.
When I realized they were doing like a commentating class, I was like, I gotta sign up for this. If I would have told myself right now, I'm gonna go into college for sports broadcast, I would have been like, no, you're not. But now I'm really passionate about it and I'd love to pursue it.
It doesn't even feel like I'm volunteering. It just feels like I'm playing along. It's very fun.
I definitely recommend it to anybody who's interested in sports broadcasting.
It's multifaceted what we're able to give back to our community, because as we know, we bleed Whaler blue here on Nantucket.
Yes, sir! Want to look you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium. Just a minute and a half left on the halftime festivities. Whalers holding a 6-3 lead, and again, a very competitive and a well-played first half by both squads. The Bulldogs started scoring off with Donovan Jeanette finding the net early on, and then the Whalers ripped off 3 in a row as Hanlon, Moskrop, and Jake Grant found the net. Then it was Nolan Harney's turn. He found the net on the Whalers on a nifty little pocket pass. And Marco Lachuzia found Aaron Hanlon for his second goal. Andrick Mooney found the net for the Whalers. And then finally Aaron Hanlon for the 6th goal. And Cam Conley finished off the scoring for the Bulldogs for their 3 goals. Jack Levis has played very well in net along with Jeremy Jenkinson. Again, hanging out with Jack's dad here, John, and he first thing out of his mouth was like, man, you guys got a goalie. We are very much blessed with number 13, Jeremy Jenkinson, who should get some All-American accolades here in the state of Massachusetts for Division IV play. He has just been unbelievable, and again, the Whalers rank amongst the top 3 in goals against overall and tops in Division IV in goals allowed. And that is as a unit, of course, but it starts in net with Jeremy Jenkinson, who is the ultimate equalizer. Whalers 11-2 on the season. Bulldogs 9-5. Again, playing out of Division II. Whalers in Division IV, number 2 in the rankings. And the Bulldogs come in at number 11 in Division II. 12 minutes on the clock. Whalers Nation, we are underway here. Second half. As Cotton Whitfield able to gain a draw control cleanly. Good catch by Hanlon. Athletic move and a flag down right away. Let's see if the Whalers can take advantage of the 2-for-1 here. First flag thrown on the Bulldogs right out of the gate in the second half. Let's see what kind of adjustments can be made here. Lachuza mixing it up as the scrum continues behind the net. Grant unable to save it. Stringer. Here's Hanlon up top. Quickly over to Mooney. Pass deflected. Oh, good play by the Bulldogs defender. And that is a dude on the move. Evades one, but Hanlon recovers nicely. Jake Marcel, big body there, number 7, tipped the pass and quickly sprinted it into the offensive end, and he is open as the Whalers look to double team here. And finally down on the ground as Andrick Mooney tries to scoop and does so. Mooney on the run. Both teams back to full strength, so good job by the Bulldogs on the PK. Mooney left open. He'll fire way high. Look out. That's got Carr written all over it. So both teams with one penalty. Whalers unable to score. There's Lachuza. Gives it up. Grant evades one, gets a shot off. Save made by Levis. And another flag down. As Jake Grant with a good hesitation move. And another flag down, I believe, on the Bulldogs. And it will be number 27. Oh. Oysen Brogan called for the unnecessary. So he will sit for a minute. So 2 penalties here on the Bulldogs in the first few moments of the third quarter. Whalers had 3 penalties in the first half, including a 2-man advantage for the Bulldogs in the waning moments, leading to the third goal. Hanlon over to Mooney. Moskroff fires Levis with a save. Man, that is one of those shots where you just got to hope. There's no stopping it. Ball down. Lachuza picks it up and he'll be holding on Moskroff there. The whistle goes against the Whalers, so Bulldogs can use some clock here and try and use up the penalty. Ball down, however. Oh, good recovery by Marcel there. Slash, no call. And again, a good job by the Bulldogs PK unit. They come up with another stop as the final seconds of the penalty come off the clock. Behind the net. Here's Conley. Valdiga back in on the set. And the Bulldogs looking to make it happen here. Conley surveys. Pass goes all the way through to midfield. Off the stick of Moskroff, but it'll be a penalty upcoming on Lachuza, who's called for the slash early on in the possession. And so The Stripes getting involved here with some quick whistles. Trying to settle things down here after maybe some chippiness in that second quarter. 8:27 to play here in the third. Still no goals scored. 6-3 our score, and the Whalers now need to clamp down here on defense as they're down a player. Marcel with that long stick up at the top of the zone. There's a pass in front. Shot whizzes way wide. Remains Bulldog ball. Marcel at the top. Jenkinson gets it in. Good pass in front. Low shot. Finds the side of the net. Little headbutt on the back side of the play. No call. As Yates and Colin O'Brien still jibber jabber. Whalers trying to put it in. Spin move by Canton Jenkinson. Finds the zone, evades another one. Long pole. Little flip back to Mooney. And the Whalers can get it set up here. Down a player for another 5 seconds. Behooved the Whalers to just get rid of it. Shot in front. Oh, Mooney finds Hanlon for a shorty. Actually, the time had just expired, so a full-strength goal, but nonetheless, Aaron Hanlon with his 4th. And Mooney picks up another assist. I have him with 3 helpers here already today. 7:25 to play, matching its biggest lead of the afternoon. The Whalers up now 4 with 7:25 to play. Andrick Mooney getting some high praise from the coaching staff. His physicality has been a difference here today. Once again, Tiernan able to get to it. Good job off the stick, the ball down, but quickly recovered. Behind the net. Bulldogs looking to move quickly here. Down 7-3. Good job by Canton Jenkinson to jar it loose a couple of times. Just those annoying little slaps of the stick. Now it's loose again. Picked up by Yates momentarily. And he looks for Jeremy Jenkinson, has him. The netminder gets it over to Whitfield. Whitfield with space. Evades a couple of green jerseys. And finally scooped up there by number 14, Brandon Morris. Out of bounds. Trying to play the tightrope. Whalers get it to Hanlon. Actually, Hanlon will put it in. Easily evades one. Hanlon spins through one, has some space, and loses his stick. And that'll be illegal touch. Quickly, Marcel across midfield, and he loses it. Edwards unable to find it, and finally scoops it, gives it back to Jeremy Jenkinson. Up to midfield, here's Hanlon. He's got Moshkrop open. But the Whalers can use some clock here. 5:30 to play in the third. Whalers up 4, 7-3. Little one-on-one move by Jake Grant. Unable to gain an advantage. Pass goes through, tipped. Looking for Lachuza. Flip to midfield. Oh, nice tightrope along the midfield stripe as Stringer evades. Whalers can continue to get it set up as the clock approaches 5 minutes. Extending that defense out. Good job by Jake Grant. Nick Crow with some annoying defense. Miller. What a Moskrop. Here's Hanlon. Lachuza. Pass goes through the crease. Looking for Stringer on the doorstep. Levis gets it over to Marcel, and he advances it. Looking for a clear. And the Bulldogs get the clear easily. As number 14, Brandon Morris, able to gain the zone. And here's Harney. Shot, whizzes wide. Actually, it looked like Jenkinson got a piece of it. Ooh, looked like he was back there, but the shot by Baldiga. Here's Baldiga once again. Back up top of the zone for Harney. Far side, it's O'Brien, Colin O'Brien. Surveys, unable to gain a zone. Up top, skip pass well over the mark, and a turnover on the Bulldogs as they tried to get a little too pretty, it looked like, on that one. Cam Conley was open, but Harney unable to get the pass on the mark. And Yates flips it over to Jenkinson, and the Whalers can transition here with 3:25 and counting. And a turnover at the midfield stripe as Soren Edwards unable to handle the pass. Quick pass over to Tim O'Mara. As the Bulldogs gain the zone. Conley gives it up to Harney. Harney inside, shot blocked, deflected. Bulldogs keep possession. Good hustle by Soren Edwards. 2:57 left here in the third. 7-3 Whalers with the lead. Paxton Fitch out defending. Double team comes from Soren Edwards. Shot, save made by Jeremy Jenkinson. Quick transition out, scooped by Hanlon. He evades, Jenkinson, he evades one, but loses control of it. Flips it underhanded to Grant. Quickly over to Moskrop. Moskrop fakes. And the Whalers can get it set up here, use a little clock with 2:13 to play here in the third. Mooney pounded a couple times. Shot, passes deflected, but couldn't get it. That's Tyler Kane, the junior, providing some physicality. In front of the net, shot, save made by Levis. Good job, over the shoulder shot by Jake Grant. Good feed. Levis was down there to get it. And he has been the difference maker. This could be a much more lopsided score. Good ride there by number 34, Will Doucette, another senior defender for the Bulldogs. Ooh, that's a hit to the head. No call, Mooney. Out front. Oh. Still with it. Finally down on the ground as Marcel, hounded by Stringer. Marcel, a football player as well, showing why. Stringer giving him the business, but to no avail. Marcel just too powerful. Here's a shot, wide of the net. Jenkinson able to scoop. And a flag thrown on a late hit there, so the Whalers can do some business here if they can get a 2-for-1. Hanlon gets to it and saves it. Wow, what a play by Aaron Hanlon to save the possession. 45 seconds left here in the quarter. Whalers looking to add to a 7-3 lead here, and a penalty flag already down. It will be a penalty upcoming no matter what happens on this possession. Grant spins. Down to 25 seconds to play. Grant with another spin move, gets a little, hey, how you doing on the hip? Breeze, little brush on the face. Down to 10 seconds. Mooney with a low shot. Levis is there. Just a good save by the goalie. And he'll let the time expire on the third quarter. The Whalers add a goal and deny the Bulldogs any more offensive output. And we'll take a 7-3 lead into the fourth quarter, and we'll be a man up when we come back here on the NSC and NCTV. Whalers up 4, 12 minutes to go. Come on back.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by Myrick, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MyrickLaw.com to learn how Myrick can assist you with your legal needs.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Welcome back to Vito Capizzo Stadium as the fourth quarter will begin here in a moment, but the Bulldogs it's a penalty, though. The penalty should override the possession. So Coach Aloisi explaining his position. Some other action across the campus. The baseball team up 2 in the top of the 7th. Softball, unfortunately, did fall, so they fall to 3-5 on the season. But the baseball team really needs a win here if they're going to keep their postseason hopes alive. So the Bulldogs had possession of the ball to end the quarter. However, the penalty should override that, as it's a penalty that whenever the Bulldogs touch it, the penalty should take place, and therefore it should be Whaler ball coming into the fourth quarter. Either way, we have come to a discussion here of so the penalty should have been enforced basically with 2 seconds since they ran it out. I suppose it doesn't matter, but so I think they're going to make him go back with 2 seconds to go and call the penalty and start the clock, and then Both head coaches on the field here discussing with the Stripes as the players now convene at midfield. So 3 seconds on the clock, so we're going to play the last 3 seconds of the third quarter here, as it will be Whaler ball and a penalty to be enforced on number 25, Cam Conley. It's almost like we just did this. It is high school athletics, and you know, we strive for perfection, but the discussions came across to bring it, and Aaron Hanlon will put it in play here with 3 seconds to go. And try and hold on to the possession so the Whalers will get the ball at the beginning of the fourth quarter, which I'm assuming will be immediately. They're not going to take another break here, but please advise. Hey, there's the once again, the Whalers lead 7-3 heading into the fourth quarter. Let's see if they just switch sides here and get to it. So they got it right. It took a little discussion, but they did get it right. 3 seconds to go. The penalty should have been called, just as DC pointed out to me. And both teams will now switch sides, and the Whalers will put it in play with 57 seconds now on the penalty. To Cam Conley. Aaron Hanlon to put it in play here as the whistle will begin the fourth quarter of play. 12 minutes on the clock. Whalers up 4, and they are up a player here to begin the fourth quarter. Welcome back to reality. Stringer over to Hanlon behind the net. Here's Moskrop. Couple of cutters through, setting up what should be Hanlon. Rips it. Save made by Levis, and that has been a common thread. Quickly in transition come the Bulldogs here as they look to advance shorthanded. Ball off the stick. Run through by the defender, Yates. And the scrum ensues. Nick Yates able to get it over to Jenkinson. Here's Soren Edwards. Whalers in transition and player up. Shot scores! Nolan Moskrop dives through. As Levis complaining that he was inside the crease. DC, can we get a look at that? Goal counts from Nolan Moskrop. As Moskrop dove through, we'll take a look-see as Whitfield. Oh, it was really close. I think he got it off before he ended up in the crease. He certainly ended up in the crease. The Bulldogs win the draw control on the infraction, but they now find themselves down 8-3 after the Moskrop goal counts. Here's a pass deflected, ends up behind the net. Quick pass in front. Jeremy Jenkinson with a little thievery from behind in front of the net. Good job using that big wide net. Whitfield grabs it at midfield. Little slash there as Whitfield takes exception. Canton Jenkinson now over to Moskrop. Again, Whalers with a 5-goal lead can use some clock as we approach 10 minutes to play. Stringer will finish off the offensive set. Whalers looking to win their 12th game to just 2 losses, both of those losses to Falmouth. Again, they are in the top tier of Division III. And, that one is an errant pass. Scooped up. And here's, whoop. They're going to have to reset it here. .10:02 to play here in the fourth quarter. Whalers up 5 goals. But the Bulldogs have possession here. They have not scored since the second quarter. As Baldiga looks to make something happen. He's double teamed. Good transition. Pass goes all the way through. Here's an open space. Shot save made by Jenkinson. Got the stick on it, and it bounded right back to number 23, Kyle Kane. There's a pass, so it goes behind. Nearly intercepted. Shot, save made by Jenkinson once again. Picked up by Mooney. Spins out of one, and he can sprint ahead. He will have a clear. Grant behind the net. Loses it. Moskrop with a little physicality trying to save the possession. Levis gets to it. Wide open at midfield is number 1, Oysen Brogan. Brogan with a tough pass. Scooped up off the turf by O'Brien. And the Bulldogs gain possession once again. They're in desperate need of a goal scored here. Time becoming a factor. Under 9 minutes to play, 8:45 and counting here. As the Whalers look to grind out another win against a very tough opponent in an upper division. Good move by Marcel, slash, no call. Ball down and scooped up quickly. Pass deflected once again by Soren Edwards, who got a stick in there. He loses it. Here's Marcel with the long pole. Yates denies any further advance. Pass goes inside. Jenkinson got a piece of it. Got a piece of the player, too. That was number 21, Shane Harney. And the Whalers looking for a clear. Here's Stringer across midfield and into the offensive end. Stringer to Hanlon, who goes low. Levis there, nearly tipped in by Grant. Another solid save by the Bulldogs netminder. He has kept this somewhat within reach here. Down 5. Oh, good pass all the way into the offensive end. Just a junior. And a scoop easy save by Jenkinson, who got a clean look. But it's going to be that kind of time. Just going to have to put it on net if you're a Bulldog. That one was Conley. But another save for the Whalers senior. An ankle biter there as Hanlon gets it and will settle things down here. Nice spin by Noah Stringer. As the clock approaches 6:45 and counting here, Whalers with possession and a 5-goal lead. A very animated coaching staff for the Whalers as they demand and control every move here. Mooney spins. Pass to Milichuja. Scoop by Grant. He gets the rebound and puts it home. Jake Grant asserting himself here in the last few games. It will go as a shot from Marco, but Jake Grant scoops it up and puts it in for the 9th goal for the Whalers. He's got 2 on the day. And that's back-to-back games that number 33 scored twice. If the Whalers can find a fourth score on this offensive side in consistent fashion, man, it is going to be a hard out here in Division 4. I'll tell you what, this team is ready and they have the elements. 9-3 now with 6:26 to play here in the fourth. That could have cemented it here for the Whalers as just not quite enough time, even with the Bulldogs' proficiency and efficiency in winning draws here as they win another one. We'll take another time out here as Coach Tom Galvin wants to chat about the final 6:13. His team now down 6 goals, 9-3. Come on back. We got another few minutes here as the Whalers look to notch win number 12.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by MIAA, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MIAALaw.com to learn how MIAA can assist you with your legal needs.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Want to welcome you back to live action as the Bulldogs put it in play. Oh, errant pass, and that'll be another turnover on Canton. Clock stops with 6 minutes even. That was almost one of those possessions where they absolutely needed a goal, Canton did, if they were going to hang in this one. As the Whalers, with just good ball movement here, could use some clock here, and if they can notch another one, that would put the final nail in a coffin here. They'll have to extend out to force a turnover here. Mooney makes a move by one, finds an open Moskrop. Again, Whalers in no hurry to do anything. Clock is their friend here with a 6-goal lead as we approach 5:30 to play here in the fourth. Hanlon evades one easily. Quick move on Kyle Kane. Here's Jake Grant. He's faced up by Will Doucette. Again, just looking to use a little clock here. Lachuja. Smaller, but quicker. Pass is tipped. Gets all the way to Levis. He's out of goal. Stringer gets to him, but a little too aggressive as the flag goes down. And that will stop the play. Oh, that's unnecessary. And things have gotten ugly. Hats down, flags down, coaches out. Stripes are going to have to figure something out here, but tempers have overridden after what was a very good, clean game here. We'll have to see what things get sorted out. But it was initialized by a late hit by the Bulldogs, and retaliation certainly ensued. Let's take a quick break here as things are going to have to get sorted out here on the field. 4:45 to play in the fourth quarter, 9-3. Whalers with the lead. We'll take a quick 1-minute break as the refs get things sorted.
am a force to be reckoned with. You do not know who you messing with. Taking over for the hell of it. They can stop me when I'm in my element.
The Nantucket Sports Connection was born in this gymnasium. It has absolutely exploded. Multi-camera, multi-broadcasters, a trip to Fenway.
It's giving players an opportunity to look back at film. It's giving coaches an opportunity to critique their players.
When NCTV got involved, we were able to offer free classes. It's something that they can actually evolve and get professional experience.
When I realized they were doing like a commentating class, I was like, I gotta sign up for this. If I would have told myself right now, I'm gonna go into college for sports broadcast, I would have been like, no, you're not. But now I'm really passionate about it and I'd love to pursue it.
It doesn't even feel like I'm volunteering. It just feels like I'm playing along. It's very fun.
I'd definitely recommend it to anybody who's interested in sports broadcasting.
It's multifaceted what we're able to give back to our community, because as we know, we bleed Whaler blue here on Nantucket.
The Nantucket Booster Club is a vital link between our community and Whalers athletics.
Volunteering for the Booster Club, it's a blast. More than money, we need members. We need to build our community bigger and better to help our student athletes prepare for the next chapter in their life.
I am a force to be reckoned with. You do not know who you messing with. Taking over for the hell of it. They can stop me when I'm in my element.
The Nantucket Sports Connection was born in this gymnasium. It has absolutely exploded. Multi-camera, multi-broadcasters, a trip to Fenway.
It's giving players an opportunity to look back at film. It's giving coaches an opportunity to critique their players.
When NCTV got involved, we were able to offer free classes. It's something that they can actually evolve and get professional experience.
When I realized
Want to welcome you back to live action here as they got Levis for a couple of minutes. It looks like Lachuza and I believe Canton Jenkinson will be We've got 1 minute locked on Canton. Noah Stringer also in the penalty box, not Canton Jenkinson. And Soren Edwin? No. So Levis will have to come out of the game. And I believe it's number 15 in that now. So number 15 I have as Graham Wachtendonk, freshman. Wachtendonk maybe? So lots of numbers up on the scoreboard. At least a minute locked in, I believe, for the Dogs. But the Whalers will have possession with 4:45 to go, and we're back to live action here. 5 on 5. No, 6 on 5 on 4 offense, and another big hit. Award called on Mooney. And timeout called by Coach Aloisi with 4:32 to play. We'll take one more break here, and come back with the final 4:32. Whalers up 9-3 as the penalties have piled up here in a log jam of a bit. We'll sort it out here and bring you the final 4:32 from Vito Capizzo Stadium. Whalers in control, 9-3.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by MIAA, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MIAALaw.com to learn how MIAA can assist you with your legal needs.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Want to welcome you back to Vito Capizzo Stadium. Bulldogs with the ball and turn it over. Errant pass. And it's been one of those afternoons for the Bulldogs. Just when you think they could do and get back into this thing, they have either turned it over or penalties. Lots of numbers up on the board as the Whalers are down a player. Edwards swings it to Hanlon. As they're back to all even, 5-on-5. So lots of space for the Whalers to operate if they so choose, but they can also just hang on to the ball here for the next 3:55 and go home with a solid win over a good playoff-bound Division II team. And now they're a man up as Lachuzia sprints on. He's got space. Tough catch for Hanlon. It's a minute locked in here. Grant behind the net. Had Lachuzia, but again, they just want to get it set up here and get the right shot. They don't need more than one shot if it's a good one. Here's Mooney. Good job by the defense. Mooney evades one. Back to Hanlon. Nick Crow just commanding the defense out there as they switch to a 2-3 now on the backside to clog up that middle. Again, holding on to it for that final push here with 10 seconds. Moskrop back to Hanlon. 5 seconds. Shot deflected. That's got to hurt. You could hear that hit skin. Just 2 seconds left on the power play. Put in Lachuzia. Back to Grant. Grant fires and scores. Again, Levis not in there. And Jake Grant with his first hat trick of the season. The senior finds the net as Levis will trot back on. But the freshman, Graham Watkindonk, wanted no part of that rifle from Jake Grant. And the Whalers score their 10th here after that slog of penalties. 2:39 remaining here in the fourth quarter. Another face-off. Whitfield flips it ahead. Stick was held. And he gets drilled as he remains down. Oh, the Whalers can ill afford this. Hyde and Whitfield down in pain. We'll take a break here again as the trainers and coaches tend to Hyde and Whitfield.
Whenever NCTV covers one of our games, I think it's awesome.
We have been able to capture so much incredible athletic history. You know, it feels like we've been a part of it as much as the kids have been.
A lot of people have prior obligations, maybe they can't make the event, and they still get to watch it and you know, watch a great broadcast, see their kid playing.
It's nice for the parents, grandparents, and family that can't come or are not on the island to be able to see it, even if they can't attend in person. So I think that meant a lot to them.
The technology that we need is, you know, it's not cheap. You know, there are certain costs that go into this to make this happen. My hope for the broadcast is to just build the crew numbers, get more students involved, you know, maybe add a few more cameras here and there, but, you know, ultimately, we're here to grow. The more hands on deck, the better this can be, and ultimately that just comes back to the Nantucket community.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
I support NCTV's Nantucket Sports Connection because it's a great opportunity to reach island families, support students, and our local television station.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Cup.
Looking back to Vito Capizzo Stadium, Kyden Whitfield was able to get off the field on his own power, but he is definitely out for the game. We'll have to see what happened to his shoulder. He took a vicious hit. No flag thrown is the ridiculousness of the whole thing, but nonetheless, with 2:26 to play in a game that the Whalers have already won, they lose their X-man and very good defender, Kyden Whitfield. We'll hope that nothing further comes about, but shoulders are tricky. Hopefully it's just a stinger and he can come back here to finish off the season. But to lose your X-man is hard to do, to say the least, as the Bulldogs move it around here. Pass in on the interior, gets through. Jenkinson there, and he will clear it quickly to Soren Edwards, unable to make the clean catch. Finally a whistle here, as they're just, you got to draw the line somewhere, as again, tempers are flaring. .152 to play here, as the Bulldogs will once again put it in play. And a flag thrown. LaChusa had some choice words for the Stripes, and he'll sit for 30 seconds. That gives the Bulldogs a man up. Whalers got to collect their emotions here just a little bit, as this will not be the only team that will chirp and get physical with them as we get through the rest of the regular season. Whalers operating down a player here. And another errant pass by the Bulldogs. Could do it, as the final minute 35 can just be a little keep away here. Another flag down, slash, oh. So Marcel, the senior, called for the slash. He will sit for a minute. Andrick Mooney also called for unnecessary. He'll sit for another minute. So the Whalers will play with a man down here, as Mooney with the unnecessary trip. Whalers will have just 4 defenders. And now back to even, 5-on-5. Pass goes through, shot, save made by Jenkinson. Are you kidding me? Uncanny reactions by Jeremy Jenkinson, anticipating the pass across the crease and able to make the save and get the ball off the stick at midfield. Scooped up. Jake Grant loses it again. Hanlon with the final 30 seconds as the Whalers survive an ugly finish to the game and will move to 12-2 on the season. The loss to the Bulldogs put them back to 9-6 as they play in Division II. 10 seconds to go. Again, Whalers will win behind 4 goals from Aaron Hanlon. Nolan Moskrop has a couple. Jake Grant with his first hat trick of his Whaler lacrosse career. And Jeremy Jenkinson was once again himself. Amazing in net as he held the Bulldog team to just 3 goals, and they didn't score in the second half as the Whalers once again post a goose egg in the second half. We'll take a break here on the NSC and NCTV. I think we'll try and get down on the field. Maybe get an field interview here coming up as the Whalers move to 12-2 with an impressive 10-3 win over the Canton Bulldogs.
Whenever NCTV covers one of our games, I think it's awesome.
We have been able to capture so much incredible athletic history. You know, it feels like we've been a part of it as much as the kids have been.
A lot of people have prior obligations, maybe they can't make the event, and they still get to watch it and, you know, watch a great broadcast, see their kid playing.
It's nice for the parents, grandparents, and family that can't come or are not on the island to be able to see it, even if they can't attend in person. So I think that meant a lot to them.
the technology that we need is, you know, it's not cheap. You know, there are certain costs that go into this to make this happen. My hope for the broadcast is to just build the crew numbers, get more students involved, you know, maybe add a few more cameras here and there, but, you know, ultimately, we're here to grow. The more hands on deck, the better this can be, and ultimately that just comes back to the Nantucket community.
Boston Pops.
Who are you for Halloween?
We're in a tough situation, but you guys battled back.
Back to pass Lombardi's got a man in the end zone. Caught, touchdown! Shot, it rolls in, it's good!
at a tie ball game.
It's ahead. Gets it by.
Loading is open. Thank you very much.
My mark, hit my mark, hit your mark. Yeah.
We're so glad that you were involved and you enjoyed the films.
I get to put this out into the community today, and I was really excited about that.
Thank you all for coming tonight.
We're just getting started.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Underwriting support for the NSC is brought to you in part by MIAA, the largest full-service law firm in Central Mass, also serving the Cape and Islands. Visit MIAALaw.com to learn how MIAA can assist you with your legal needs.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.